Hello, good evening. Well, it is evening. It's after 11 o'clock. And it's really more a reflection of the day rather than a thought for the day. But I suppose it is a thought as well. I had to, I reminded myself, I got a reminder on my phone, which is handy, that my Converge was due today. So I thought, well, I better go and pay it. I had the choice of going up the road to the new 7-Eleven or up into town to the older 7-Eleven. I chose to do the latter because it gave me an opportunity to, in the evening, to have a ride with all the drunks on the road, joking, but maybe not the safest time to ride. But I have lights on my phone, on my bike, and also I'm wearing a fairly bright coloured t-shirt. But I pedalled away in the cool air of the evening here towards Negillion, and it's a nice time of the evening when you can pedal away, and it's given me a chance to give my foot a little bit of a workover since my accident a few days ago. And when I come home, which is now, I'm going to go and have a shower, and then I'm going to change the dressing on my foot before I go to bed. But in the process, I thought I'd stop and see how the guys are going at the new Jollibee store outside the Epic Mall. Whoa, they're going so fast. All of the landscaping is just about complete. The drive-through area is all paved. And inside, looking in there, all of the equipment is inside. And they're doing the final touches to the inside of the building and attaching the aluminium facade to the outside of the building. So it's going to be very, very flash here in Negillion for Jollibee. It's due to open apparently on the 30th this month, which is only a few days away. And it's going to be a fairly important stepping stone for Jollibee because it's a business model that allows for outside dining. They're going to have they have a terrace at the back upstairs, and they also have undercover dining upstairs and downstairs dining room as well. So it's the first store here in the Philippines, or worldwide, I believe, that has the option of dining outside, which will be a new experience for many people travelling through Negillion, and also for those here in Negillion that will be benefiting from the treat. I just wonder when they've just about started the construction of the new McDonald's next door in the middle of the forecourt of the Epic Mall. So we're going to have McDonald's, we're going to have Jollibee, and we have others already here. So it's going to put Negillion on the map, so to speak, in terms of fast food. I wonder if it's going to change the look of the ladies that wander down the road, who are really quite pretty here in Negillion. But one thing about travelling up into town at this time of the morning, you get to chat with the tricycle drivers who are doing what I call the graveyard shift. They finish at 5 in the morning when the new guys start up to do their day's stint on the tricycle. And so I went and paid using the click system, online payment, in 7-Eleven in town. Bought myself a razor to smarten myself up because I have a visitor tomorrow. One of my subscribers is calling through Negillion, and we've arranged to meet up and have a little bit of a yarn together. He's an English guy and his wife Filipina, and it will be interesting to catch up. A very nice guy. He rang me on my phone a few days ago offering me assistance after my accident. Said that he would be more than happy to come and help me get to the hospital for treatment, and if I needed to pick up anything from the market, he was willing to help. So just goes to show there are some really nice people out there, and it's a big shout out. But this evening, it's a little sad because one of my close friends online, who I talk to every day, Ian, living in the Philippines. He's suffering from a terrible toothache, and he's hopefully trying to get some sleep tonight with his pain relief, but he's going to have to go to the dentist tomorrow and see if he can have an extraction. So a big shout out for Ian, and another little shout out for Richie and Simon. They know who I am too, and they're Brit and Pinay. That's their channel. Gives you an idea what life is like living in a compound. So these are the daily exploits. I've been hobbling around during the day, still cutting, getting ready for tack welding, which I've done some myself, but I waited till Ron was finished working, and he's gone and tack welded all the pieces to the new gate. And I know I can hear you saying, oh, what are you doing all that for? Well, one thing they won't be able to say to me when and if I finally leave, not in a coffin, that is, that I did finish off the things that I started, and it can't be said that I left them all sort of hickledy-pickledy around the place. So there are a few jobs that I'm doing. I'm catching up with the work that I should have probably been doing the last few weeks. But it's been very hard mentally to get one's head around when you're not so welcome in the house by one particular person. As I will say, the rest of the family, I'm not allowed to call them my family, but they are my family, my Filipino family. They've been wonderful. So it just shows it only takes one bad apple to spoil it for everybody. So my advice to all of you guys, pick wisely. It doesn't mean that you can't have a good life here in the Philippines. And I'm sure if it does push comes to shove, and I have to walk away, at least I've done my bit, and I can live with myself. Whether she can live with herself is another thing. But having thought about it, of course they're a proud nation of believers and non-believers. And one thing that they will do, regardless of whether we are beneficiaries of good fortune for them, they will always survive. Because after all, they did survive before we came along, and no doubt they'll survive even better now we've gone and we've left all our assets behind with them to enjoy, which of course, for many of us, that was our intention anyway. But to have the issue pushed forward a little bit for the sake of some other cheater who wants to steal her away, then unfortunately that's the way life is, and we can't do much about it. I tend to think, though, the person that they've chosen may end up being another one of those situations where she might think, why did I let him go? After all, the grass is always greener on the other side, but often we find out too late. So that's my evening thought for the day. Not too doom and gloomy. My fence is looking good. Not my fence, my gates. Just got a few more days of work on it, and we'll have a fully functioning 3 sets of gates on the front of the property once and for all all working well, locks, bolts, you name it, it'll all be there. So we'll be able to keep the dogs in, keep the dogs out, keep the people in, and keep the people out, as they say. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, as I said before. Thanks again for all of your support. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, 904 I think this evening. Up and down a bit, but never mind. But we'll do a few lives maybe in the next few days, just to help with the viewing time to go up to 4,000. And then we're on the way to up, up and away. And I see a few subscribers have left the other channel. The channel will continue making money, I suppose, from what is there, but at the moment I can't gain access to it, so I can't tell you how well it's doing. And those that might have left a message, if they've been answered, then they probably have been answered by someone else. So be careful what you write. And I'll speak again probably in the morning. Bye now. It's almost morning now. Bye-bye.